Hello, I'm Octavia.
And we are Sunny Magnolias. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a thrift store book and music haul. So over Labor Day weekend, we went to the thrift store with some friends and
We went to the bookstore.
a thrift bookstore.
Thrift bookstore. Cheap books, like $4 each mainly. Unless it's like a recent book or something, then it's maybe $7 or so. But anyway, we went to the bookstore and we went through all these sections of genres, fiction and literature, and yeah, and we got books. And then there's a section where they have records, and so we got vinyl records, and so we got different kinds of vinyl records.
Yeah, because we're kind of hipster, but hipster's so mainstream, we're no longer hipster.
What?
So.
I didn't get that.
So we're going to start off with the books that we got from our thrift bookstore music hall. So, what books did you get, Octavia?
I got 2 books. Okay, I got The Shack by W.M. Paul Young, and I got New Moon, the infamous. Well, okay.
No, the famous.
Infamous.
Infamous is.
Yes, and I got New Moon by Stephanie Myers. We will explain why we got the Twilight series.
And we've never really owned the entire series. We've owned Twilight and then Eclipse, but we never got the series together. Yeah. And that was when we were sharing books because it's kind of expensive to buy books for 2 kids at the same time. And we didn't have jobs, our parents did.
And it was like, what, we were in 8th grade anyway, so.
Yeah. So the books that I got. So the books that I got from Thrift bookstore are, let me start off with this series. I got 2 series, actually 3 series. I got 3 series. So I got Hunger Games because Suzanne Collins is now one of my favorite authors because I love this series so much. I reread the entire series. I have 70 pages left of Mockingjay. For some odd reason, I still have not finished this book. But it's been some years now. But I reread the entire series last year because I wanted to finish it before the last movie came out, and I was this close and never finished it. And after I saw the ending of the movie, I was like, well, I'll finish the book eventually. And
it's been 3 months.
It's been way more than 3 months. I haven't finished it yet. And so I also have Stephanie Myers' Twilight series. I do not have Twilight because these books were like $2.95 and they're like in really great condition. But Twilight was $7.95 and it was a very poor copy.
Wasn't it paperback?
And it was paperback. And so, yeah. And so I'm going to get Twilight. I have it on Kindle, but the reason we have this series is because we are going to be doing a rereading of the entire Twilight series for the month of October with our fellow YouTuber/booktuber friend, Samantha Bruner. So if you haven't checked out her channel, remember to go check out her channel after you finish this video.
And another friend that's a non-YouTuber will be joining in on this reading.
We'll be reading Twilight. And now, since the last time we were at Twilight, we were, 12 when Twilight came out. And so now, as 20-somethings, it's going to be interesting rereading that series.
I'm excited to reread it, especially reading it with others, because she read it before I read it. Well, the first book she read before I read, and then I read it after her. And basically, we were just us and ourselves reading it, and no one else was reading it until when the movies came out.
Yeah, that's true. We read them before the movies came out.
Just have to point that out, right?
Yeah. And the other series I have is a series I read when I was younger, and it is a Christian series. It's a 4-book series, but it's I only got the first 2 because I didn't want to pay for more, so I'm gonna get the next 2 later. But the first one is called Written on the Wind, and it's based on these 4 sisters who have different lives, and it's centered around 1942, right before the start of World War II and right before the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor and that time in history. But so the sisters deal with different things at different times in different countries and different moments of their lives, and so the book is written like, even though it's 4 books and 4 sisters, each book talks about each sister, and so it's really interesting to see how they like have their different experiences and how they're so different from each other. But this series is by Judith Pella, and if you ever want to read a good Christian fiction series and you love historical fiction, this would be a good series to read. I highly recommend it. I haven't finished this series either, but that was because I don't know why I didn't finish the series, but it's really good. You should read it. I plan on reading it and finishing it.
How many books of it have you read?
I've read the first 2. I think I've read the first 2.
Oh, I haven't read any of it. But now we shall move on to our vinyl records. What we got. And we got Stevie Wonder. Which album is this? It is Hotter Than July.
I thought that said Hotter from July.
Hotter Than July. I love Stevie Wonder because he's just amazing. Wait. We're not getting... It's not about who's. Okay. Oh. And the lovely, lovely Ella Fitzgerald. Can't go wrong with Ella Fitzgerald. And then we got Barbra Streisand, the greatest hits. Okay, my favorite song has to be
My Man.
My Man. It's just.
But then I really like Don't Rain on My Parade.
I like People too, though.
And People's really good too.
But My Man, just because of the emotion and the sentimentality.
And then Happy Days Are Here Again. Such a great song.
Yeah. I don't know which one's my favorite.
Didn't she sing that with Judy Garland, or did Judy Garland sing that with someone else?
She did sing it with somebody.
I think it was Judy Garland.
All right.
And the records I got were Yentl, Barbra Streisand. It's the movie that she wrote, directed, and starred in. It's this movie based off of this girl whose father dies, and she's Jewish, but she wants to study, but because she's a girl, she can't study, and so she dresses up as a boy, and then like falls in love with this guy, and it's like so funny, but it's like really good.
Hilarious.
Movie, and the soundtrack is beautiful.
My favorite song, without a doubt, on this album is Papa Can You Hear Me?
It's a good one.
Beautiful.
And the movie is great. It's hilarious. And the second record I got was Tina Turner, because you can't ever go wrong with Tina Turner and What's Love Got to Do with it. What does love have to do with anything?
Oh my goodness.
But and the last one I got is because I like Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates is a great band from the 70s and 80s, I believe. If any of you are older than me, you probably know about Hall & Oates. But
if you
Your
are
Kiss is on my list. You've Lost That Love and Feeling. It's Uncanny. Those beautiful, wonderful songs. And this album is beautiful. Look at the cover of this. And it was
very
only
artsy.
like $4.95, and like the inside of it, even the paper, there's a receipt on here from August 20th, 1987. But like the album art cover and the inside of it, the sleeve is just, it's awesome. It's awesome. And so yeah, these are what we got from the thrift store. So this has been our thrift store book and music haul, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And we will have some more hauls and book reviews coming up, because even though school has started, I've been telling everyone this, even though school has started, I have like not read any of my school books, and I've read 4 books that don't pertain to school.
I really don't have school books to read.
I do.
School textbooks to read.
That's
Simply
you're a
because
studio art major.
There's only I have a book for an art class, but I don't have to read yet. So.
Well, as a writing major with a concentration in literature, I have to read literature. But hey, I am reading literature, just not the one for my class. But it'll be okay. But we hope you've enjoyed our video, and we will see you guys next time. So
Sunshines and smiles,
sunshines and
people.
smiles.
Peace.
Bye.